Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Today's topic is the benefits of steaming part 2. So we've been focusing on face steaming and facials. And so I'm going to finish the series today because we've talked a lot about it and it's important and we need to finish the series. So that's what's going on. Look at my green drink. I know the past 2 lives, or this one, and I've been eating, but I've been hungry. How are you doing? How are things going? How's your Friday? What are you doing for Halloween? Which I actually forgot it was Halloween until this morning. I forgot it was Halloween tomorrow. Okay, got my greens in, my water in, we're gonna go. I'm also on here earlier than I usually am because I just feel like getting on here early. Plus I have a lot of announcements to go over. All good stuff. It's always good stuff. Okay. I want to talk about this too. I used it last night with my husband. Okay, so announcements. If you are planning on booking a Pick My Brain call or a skin improvement call, so I do Pick My Brain calls for licensed estheticians, business owners, cosmetologists, makeup artists, massage therapists. And then I do skin consultations for anybody who wants to work on their skin. It is now set up where you can pick your time zone. So before, we had to go back and forth to make sure the time was right with my Pacific Standard Time because I had a lot of people from the East Coast booking. Well, now it is figured out. So if you click the link in my bio, I was looking at this steamer. If you click the link in my bio, under skin improvement call or wax with me call, you'll click it and then you should be able to pick your time zone and then book accordingly. So that is what is one of the new things. That's the first announcement. The thing about these green drinks is obviously they're so healthy for you and good for you, but it does like clog up your throat. All right, second announcement. I don't know when exactly I'm going to go live. Here's the package of the soaps that my client made. I help estheticians start their own product line, and over the summer / during this whole pandemic, my client was able to create soaps, and they have a beautiful theme to them and they have great ingredients to help with different things, and I want to showcase them on the show. I don't usually go live on the weekends, but I'm thinking of going live this weekend to showcase them because I want to showcase them before November 1st, or I may just do 2 lives that week. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but I do want to showcase these soaps. And the reason why it's being an announcement is because, I was able to help someone start a product from scratch and sell it during a time like this with the virus and stuff going on. So if your excuse is, oh, it's the pandemic, I can't sell products, I can't, no one's gonna buy it, all the excuses that you have, it's not true. She purchased the 10 steps to starting your product line video class, and then she did Pick My Brain calls with me weekly. So it can be done. So that's the, third announcement? Second announcement? the second announcement. The third announcement, last announcement I have for today, is now until 5:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so about 2 hours, you can get $10 off the fruit enzyme pads. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you use code STEAM. So we were talking about steaming the face today. If you use the code STEAM on 3bwaxing.com, there's a link to the site if you click the link in my bio on Instagram. But if you just go to 3bwaxing.com and under products, go to fruit enzyme pads, $10 off, use the code STEAM. The code is good for the next, what, 2.5 hours. So that's the special thing going on today. And yeah, that's all I got for the announcements. We're going to go into intro and then we're going to go into steaming. Ugh, my throat. Literally, I love this stuff, but talking after, I didn't finish all of it. I'm also going to plug up the steamer for you, since we're talking about it. Oh, it's already plugged in. Because I did a facial last night on my husband, which you saw I posted about it if you saw my Instagram feed. I miss my clients so dearly. Like, doing the facial, I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, I just miss this. I miss the whole thing. I set up as if we were in the salon in the living room. Put my salon music on, had my bowls out, did the steamer. Oh, I miss it so much. But I'll get back to it. It'll get safe out there. Okay, so I'm gonna fill this up. And again, I'm using distilled water. If you've been following the steamer, ask for purified or distilled. I prefer distilled just to be careful because you don't want minerals to get stuck in the steamer. So I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna put the ozone on too. And then I also used the scrubber last night. Amazing. I think I originally said that, you know, this doesn't do as well as manual extractions, but I think that as I use this more, I'm going to get so good at it that I'll be able to extract, you know, just as well as manual extractions. I washed it, so I think it's just a watermark that you're seeing, but that's what it looks like. And it has the positive and negative ion stuff that really makes a difference, and then the cleaning and lifting. Great. If you come in to me to get facials, when I open back up, oh my gosh, I'm using this on you for extractions. It literally made it less painful than what it usually is, and it got out so much stuff. So I stand behind it. I'm happy I purchased it. It was a good facial. All right, so hey, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show, the push bar. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. Well, we're going to the intro, and then we will do the show. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. And so you remember, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Am I too far? Like, do you feel like I'm just so distant? I wanted to show this, but I feel like I'm like screaming. Oh, let me know. So I'm gonna do that again. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. And so you remember, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. I am Becca, a pro waxer, skin therapist, and licensed esthetician since 2010. I help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, ingrowns, and ingrowns through full body waxing, chemical peels, facials, and products. I have my own product line, which is my exfoliating pads. I have 2 of them. The fruit enzyme pads, which if you use the code STEAM right now, if you go to 3bwaxing.com, under products, use the code STEAM, you'll get $10 off for the next 2.5 hours. So I have the fruit enzyme pads, and then I have the acne and ingrown pads. They have been sold and shipped all over the US, the UK, Canada, the UAE, and the Netherlands. I also help estheticians start their own product line, which I was talking about earlier. I'm going to showcase my clients' soaps. I just got to figure out when to do it. I help estheticians start their own salon suite, attract clients, improve their income, improve their waxing technique. You know how when your brow is itchy, but you don't want to mess up your brow. I do that through my courses, classes, ebooks, and the 3B Waxing Show. So how do you get this free information and know about when I'm going live? You join any of these lists. They're free to join. So if you want to know when I go live about waxing, you can join the Wax Lounge. If you want to know when I go live about skincare information, like, you know, how I'm talking about the scrubber or the steamer and stuff like that, then you can join the lab. And then if you want to know when I go live about esthetician education and business and starting your own product line and starting your own salon suite, then you want to join the salon tea, because I'll give you the tea on having a salon. So those are the 3 ways to stay connected. I go live Wednesday through Friday at 3:26 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I have been going, you know, on the weekends because I really want to get some of this information out to you so you can use it on your healthy skincare journey. And then if you want to work with me one-on-one for me to help you with your skin personally over video chat, because my salon right now is not open due to what's going on. I just don't feel like it's safe to open it back up. That's my personal feelings. Then you can connect with me and do a skin improvement call. And like I was saying in the announcements, the calls now are time zone friendly. Like before you had to figure out your time zone with me. Now it's time zone friendly. The same with the Pick My Brain calls for estheticians, helping you with your business, your income, your products, all that good stuff. So let's get into it. All right. Before I go into the steaming and all this, I do want to show what this is, because I was talking about it earlier, how much I love it. I'm going to start using it in my facials when I open back up. I used it last night on my husband. Freaking amazing. It's the, I don't know, because I have flowers over here. The facial skin scrubber. Literally, I was against this, like I was saying earlier. I wasn't against it, but I was just like, oh, it's not going to do as much with extractions. But let me tell you, I'm good. I was good at it when I was using it. I'm going to get even better at it, where I can get a lot of extractions out of this. And one thing I like about it is that when you're doing extractions, you put it on the positive ion, and it really helps get that sebum, the dirt, the oil out, that extra stuff out of your skin. So I did that on my husband with enzyme. I love the lemon enzyme from SkinScript. I miss doing facials. I miss the results of it. I just miss it so much. Gets this steam going. Okay. I hope this doesn't mess with my phone. Make it all wet and then kill it. Okay, so, but I used a steamer yesterday during my facial. The one thing I will say about this is, if you're personally steaming your face, like if you decide to get this for at home use during your in-between facials with your esthetician, This is great because you can just, you know, flip it and then start. Like, you're just sitting there and doing it, right? The thing I find a little frustrating as an esthetician is getting the right angle. I think in general, it's hard to get the right angle with a steamer, even with a big steamer. But with this one, because it doesn't go up and down, you really have to make sure there's something next to the esthetician table that's the right height so you can get a good flow. I did feel like this was on one side of the face so much that I had to move it around a lot. But I will get the hang of it, you know. But that's something to think about if you're an esthetician thinking about getting this. But if you're personally thinking about getting a steamer, then this is fine. And then again, like I've been saying, you can use a pot of water on the stove. Someone asked if they could use their clothes steamer. If it doesn't have any fabric softener or anything in there that's for clothes, then I don't see why not. Oh, and then someone did ask me on the feed yesterday, is steaming good for the body as well? And yes, it is. So when I worked at a gym, I was an esthetician at a gym, a high-end gym in Newport Beach. I would have clients sometimes steam before they came into their facial. But it's good for your body. It has a lot of health benefits too. Like, it's removing a lot of toxins. But yeah, steaming is really good for your body. Now, excessive steaming can turn bad. That's like with anything. Too much of a good thing can turn bad, but steaming your body is good. Okay, so let's get into it. Recap. Last Thursday, I opened up the steamer. Friday, I used it and did that full facial. Which reminds me of one more announcement I forgot to tell you. I did a full facial tutorial. So if you're at home and you are wanting to do an at-home facial and you're like, who's that? Let me see. Who just said hi? Charmaine Love 73. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Hello. If you are like, you know what, I am going to start taking care of my skin, going on this health journey. I see 3B Waxing, always chatting, posting a lot. I posted a lot today. I posted 7 times today. And you're like, I wanna, who else waved? Let me see. I'm far from it. The Biz Chick Life. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Yeah. If you're like, you know, I really want to get on this healthy skincare journey, and you also do well where you can listen to the information, but you also like a visual of how to do things, then go look at the 2 videos I have on my IGTV. They're free right now to do your at-home facial. Do it tonight. Watch the videos while you do the at-home facial. I went through everything. One thing I do, if you're new to me and you don't come into this line, I over-explain everything, and now a lot of my clients are telling me how they love it because they're missing me and stuff like that. They love that I over-explain things and, you know, do all this stuff. But I explained everything, so you should be able to do your at-home facial following that tutorial. It is currently free to watch. It's on my IGTV on Instagram at 3B Waxing, but it will turn into a digital paid product Halloween 11:59 p.m. So go check it out. And then it's only offered to an exclusive group, so you definitely want to make sure you watch it. That way you can do your facial with it. So that's what we did last Friday. did the full bit. Friday I recapped, which that is on YouTube at Becca Hasson, BEKAHUSSONG. And then we've been talking about the benefits. So I'm going to go into the benefits we talked about yesterday. And then I'm going to go into the 4 left. So we did 3 yesterday, and I'm going to go into the last 4 today. Yeah, I'm just making sure that I'm not missing anything, or forget to say anything. Okay, so the first benefit of steaming your skin is that it's going to loosen up the dirt and the oil and the sebum in your skin. Second benefit is, and this is more of a clarification more than a benefit, but it's still a benefit. Steam does not open your pores. It dilates what's inside the pore, so it's easier to come out. I have said before, it opens the pores, and it's a great visual, but technically it does not open the pores. So if somebody is like, oh yeah, it opens your pores, it's not really correct, but I wouldn't be like, oh, that's so wrong, because it's a good visual, because it does dilate pores. So that it expands the pores so more stuff can come out. The third one we talked about was it activates the enzymes that you use to exfoliate your skin. I used the revitalizing mask from PCA Skin in the facial tutorial. Great mask. You can also use the fruit enzyme pads. Apply it and then let the steam work. It's basically like the Pac-Man, and I really haven't played Pac-Man in such a long time, so I don't really remember, but it's whatever can make the Pac-Man bigger. So like, they're eating and the steam will make it bigger, so it eats away the dead skin cells. That's what steam does with enzymes. That's why if you use the code STEAM right now at 3bwaxing.com on the fruit enzymes, you get $10 off. And the code is only good for the next 2.5 hours. So it ends at 5:59 p.m. today. So, you know what, 29 minutes and 2 hours and 29 minutes or something. Fourth one. It's going to warm up the sebum. So not only does it loosen it up, it warms up the sebum in your skin, so that way your extractions are so much easier. If you've ever tried to pick at a pimple, and I know you haven't if you're my client, because my clients don't do that, right? They're good about not picking their pimples when they shouldn't be. But if you've ever tried to do it, you know, before you knew me and stuff, it's hard to do. But if your skin has been steaming and you have the sebum warm, it comes out kind of like butter. When I was using this yesterday, the stuff was coming out great, you know. I also did use this on my skin as well to try it. And even on this one, it tells you to wet the skin, but steaming really does soften up that sebum. It is like the example of butter. You know, if you try to cut butter when it's been in the refrigerator, it's difficult. You warm it up, leave it out. If you steamed it, it'll be easier. That would have been a good visual, because you know I love doing visuals on the show. Another benefit of the steaming is that it actually is soothing and relaxing. It's calming. When I was doing the facial tutorial last Friday, someone commented, I think it was Reezy, commented that this looks so relaxing. It is relaxing. There are relaxing properties or like benefits to steaming. Another one is that it calms congestion in your nose. And when I was doing the at-home facial, Bridget from Bridget's Beauty Bar LLC, the one who is my client who has these soap bars that I'm gonna show off, she was saying that she does lemon and eucalyptus for congestion. And the steam by itself does really well, but if you get one where you can add essential oils, that's even better. And if you've been watching this whole series, when I was doing it, this was my first time with the essential oils being able to put in. But now I cannot, I'm trying not to burn myself, I cannot undo this anymore. Like, it doesn't undo, even when it's not on. So I gotta figure out how to reopen it. But this is where you would put your essential oils. Actually, stuff I use. Mostly this has just been steaming for the visual effects of the show. The last one I want to give you for the benefit is it hydrates the skin. Let me turn this on. I want this to be closer. So steaming will hydrate the skin. If you do it in excess, it can actually dry the skin out. So you want to find that balance. If your skin is steamed and you've just taken off product, it would be great to put your serums and moisturizers on right after, because then you're getting that moisture while you're putting in your products onto your skin. So those are the 7 benefits that I have for you today. I'm gonna go through them again, but you know, using even a pot of water on the stove is going to be very beneficial. And my hope is that during this series, you're like, I can do this. I can do these steps towards an at-home facial. I can do this so I can start improving my skin. I've talked about it before. Being consistent is major, and a way to get there is to take the first steps to doing it. So I'm gonna go into the 7. But if you're finding this information useful, I have 3 things for you. So the Perfect Skincare Guide, it's free to download. I made it. It goes into your skin types, how to find out what your skin type is, and then tips for each skin type. You can click the link in the bio on Instagram at 3bwaxing, and you can grab it. The other thing I have for you is skin improvement calls. You can work with me. This is really the setup that I do when I do skin improvement calls. We're literally like this, except for it's just you and we're sitting here talking. And I can help you with these things. So whether it be your routine, your personal at-home facial, and you need help with getting it together, and you can do it while I'm coaching you through it, I have that for you, available for you. The other thing I have for you is the code right now that's for the fruit enzyme pads. You can use the code STEAM to get $10 off on 3blueoxen.com. And the reason why I want to bring these up with the steaming is because they are an enzyme. And like I said, it's like the Pac-Man. You have your enzymes working, you know, eating away at the dead skin, so the living skin comes up and it's starting to look healthy, more vibrant. But then when you add steam, you're making that Pac-Man a lot bigger, so it can do a lot more. That's why I chose to make this a product that's going to be $10 off with the code during this series. So the code is good for the next 2 hours. It ends at 5:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'm going to go into the 7. If you have questions about what we're talking about today, drop them below. And yeah. So number 1, it's going to loosen up buildup of dirt for a deeper cleanse. Even if you're just using steam for cleansing your skin, you're going to get a deeper cleanse. And if you've been watching the different series I've been doing, 2 weeks ago, I talked about how you want to cleanse your skin longer than 30 seconds. So if you're doing it longer than 30 seconds and you're using steam, you are winning in that aspect. And if this is something new to you, just adding that is going to make a difference. I'm a big believer in doing things in small steps because I tend to get overwhelmed when there's a lot of stuff to do. And so if I can break it down into little steps, it's easier. And that's how I work with my clients one-on-one. You know, if you're coming in to get waxed and you aren't exfoliating regularly, I'm going to say, well, let's get you at least exfoliating once a week, but you need to be at 3 weeks, but we're going to start small. Or when someone comes in with their skincare routine, I'm like, you really should be doing a full routine, but let's just get you down. Let's get you into the basics. Let's get you cleansing, vitamin C, moisturizer, SPF. Let's just do that. Let's get you on that path. Because then once we can do that, we can add on, you know, the other stuff. Exfoliating, we can add on at-home facial, we can add on retinols, we can do all that stuff. Chemical peels, we can just add on. So, yeah. The next one is, the second one is that it's a myth. It's a myth that the steam is actually opening the pores, but it's not completely wrong because it's a visual for people. But it's just dilating and expanding the pore and what's in the pore so it can come out easier. I need some water. Number 3 is it activates the enzymes. So if you're using an enzyme on your skin, then like the Pac-Man analogy, it's going to grow it. So say you're using the pads with the enzymes, and then you start using steam, it grows it. Right, Evans, Ryan A, welcome to the Boxing Shows. Said, right? Yes. The fourth one is it's going to warm up the sebum for extraction. So I talked about how I used this last night at home on my husband and myself for doing extractions. If I would have done it on dry skin, you know, and skin that hadn't been steamed wouldn't have come out as easy as like the whole butter visual. Butter out of the fridge doesn't cut very well. If it's left out, cuts well. Same thing with steam and your pores. I am thoroughly impressed with this scrubber, and I don't think I would use this if I wasn't steaming the skin with a steamer, or if I didn't do hot towels for a long time. Because the steam does soften up the sebum. It really is like you're on the skin just like, and everything's just coming out, and you don't have to apply a lot of pressure. I know I sound like I'm advertising this, but I'm just so impressed, and I'm very excited for when I do feel like it's safe to open up the salon again. I will be using this on my clients. Like, the facials are going to be, they're already bomb, but it's gonna raise it another level. So warming up the sebum for extractions. The fifth one is it's soothing, it's relaxing. Let's see. Brian Evans said, what is it called again? It is called the Facial Skin Scrubber. Fifth one is soothing and relaxing. So if he said, thank you so much, you're welcome. If you know, have been to a steam room, obviously that's relaxing. When I did the at-home facial tutorial, someone commented that it looked so relaxing. It was relaxing. And sometimes we just need that. Getting a facial is very relaxing. There's like so many benefits for your skin, but it's also good for your mental health and your soul and your mind to shut off. That is one thing when I was doing my husband's facial last night that I thought of, like, it's very fun to customize like a person's actual skin procedure or whatever, but I also enjoy customizing the aromatherapy and what that person needs. Like, do they need to be awake? Do they need to calm their mind? The breathing exercise I do, the massaging that I do in facials. So, you know, this is a lot more than just skincare. I teach the technical stuff about skincare, but it's a lot of also like mental health and just good for your soul. A lot of people that are my clients work a lot, whether they work at home, work outside the home, you know, are just busy moms, and the time that I get with them is their time. It's all about them, and it's, yes, to work on improving their skin so I can improve their confidence when they go out, but also to like recharge, regroup. So that's why I feel like what I do is more than just making people feel pretty. It's also helping them take that time for themselves and regroup and just relax. The sixth benefit is it calms congestion in the nose. It does it alone, or you can add essential oils with the steaming. So again, another benefit that's not so connected to skin, but it is connected to the well-being. That's why I do feel like being an esthetician, you are doing more than just helping people with outside problems. I know I was just talking about this, but people tell you a lot of personal stuff, And, you know, there's like that meme of like, oh, I don't have a therapist, I have an esthetician, which I've thought about like taking some psychology. I've taken psychology classes in college because it was a prereq to my degree, but I didn't like that. I would love to take some psychology classes of like to understand people more, even though I feel like I'm, you know, good with my clients, because people tell you so much stuff and are dealing with so many things. It would just be nice to have some of that. The last one, number 7, is hydrate. It hydrates your skin, but if you do it too much, you can you can dry out your skin. So it's good for hydrating your skin, the steam is, but if you do it excessive, then it will dry out your skin. So those are the benefits of steaming, part 2. Yesterday's video is still up on my Instagram feed. That will stay up. That will not be a digital product, but the at-home facial that I keep referencing to, or the tutorial, is going to stay up for free until tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So definitely watch that video, do your at-home facial tonight or tomorrow, and just really get on it. Really start taking care of your skin. I'm gonna reset intro, and then I will go over the code, the information that you may have missed or need. If there's any questions, it's a good time to ask them related to what we've been talking about. And then I do have on my notes, because I had a full day or a full explanation of all this, like a full series. Right, Evan said beautiful information. Thank you. I'm glad this was valuable. I was planning on going longer with this information, but some things happened in the week, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset. I wonder if I'm going to make this a separate live and just come back on live. I may do that. That's what I'll do, because I have all this content about steaming that I wanted to get out there for you, but the way the schedule is, my own schedule, because I work for myself, but there's a purpose behind it. I do want to get these soaps out and talk about them for Bridget, and because I want to show that you can start your own product line during a pandemic. But then also for November, I'm solely focusing on the acne and ingrown pads, because we do have Black Friday coming up. So I think that's what I'll do. I will end this live, come back on, reset, and then go over those that should be careful with steaming and some reasons why, and then yeah. So that is what will happen. So I'll take a little break, probably come back on, and then do that. So I will leave this up. Hope this was valuable. Again, use the code STEAM to grab the fruit enzyme pads for $10 off. And if you need help specifically with your skin, we can do a skin improvement call, which I've been doing them on Tuesdays. So I will see you